What is going on, all you beautiful, beautiful people? It is Friday, January 12th, 2024. We are glad you are here because this is Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. Today, we are going to be previewing and predicting TNA Hard to Kill pay-per-view. We will also preview New Japan's Battle in the Valley pay-per-view that's going to be taking place the same night, about an hour, I think an hour before TNA's Hard to Kill pay-per-view ends. We're going to review Raw, talk a little NXT, talk a little AEW. We got a lot to talk about. But as I start every show, Maggie, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine.
There you go.
I'm fine. It's this time of year. Rob, I shared this with you. It's this time of the year when I have to take my parents shopping.
Good times.
Good times. Like right after when I was dying on my couch. Yeah, that was good times. I mean, it's not that it's annoying, but it's the fact that my mother refuses to try on more than one thing. And when that thing isn't okay, if the first thing ever that she tries on isn't the real deal, and if that's not it, she goes, "Let's go home. let's go home." And I'm like, "Okay, listen to me. You're gonna try at least 15 more pairs of pants, woman." And my dad is just sitting there awkwardly with all the clothes, like all our, coats and jackets and everything. I got him clothes too. Like I got him a sweatshirt and, a sweater and everything. But like, I had to take them to the mall. I hate going to the mall. I hate malls. There's only one mall that's good, and that's Darth Mall. Okay, like that is the only good mall. Okay. The only good mall. So,
oh God.
As we were walking past, the parking lot, and I was like, "Okay, listen, you two, listen to me very carefully.
I will turn this car around.
I freaking hate this place. So enough with the bitching, because it's like like this sucks for me too. So stop your bitching and get in and try some clothes, okay? Because I'm buying."
All right. Nice. Well, Maggie.
How are you doing, Rob?
I'm good. I'm good. Got some big shows this weekend, but guys, you know what to do.
There's a lot of wrestling. There's a lot of wrestling this week. And as I plug in my laptop, because I'm so professional, I will remind you guys to please like the video, share the video on social media. Please send us a super chat. It's the bottom of the live of the live chat. It's the little dollar sign. It helps. It helps us out a lot. It supports the show. It supports Fightful Overbook. Please subscribe to Fightful Overbook. Subscribe to Fightful Select. It is the easiest $5 a month that you will spend wrestling-wise. It also provides you with the most accurate news about wrestling in this business and everything. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan Sullivan. He says, "Rob, Maggie, Rob, people, you two guys, gals, podcasters, I dragged this out enough." Hey, man.
We did. You did. Ryan, I missed you so much. You weren't on our prediction show the last time we were,
Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, right. Are we doing one for the Rumble? I suppose we are.
Oh, absolutely. We'll do one for the Rumble.
Okay, so Ryan, if you're not on the, prediction,
you're out of the wheel.
You're out of the wheel, buddy. Yeah. Like, don't get me all that history crap.
Yeah,
sweetie. Yeah, be like Ryan and support us by
put up with your shit anymore, Ryan Sullivan.
Yeah,
if you miss out.
So. We're almost past the 5-minute mark. I can curse a lot.
Yeah, guys. Also, we are so close to
To
yeah,
15K
yeah,
or
15K. I was
16K.
gonna say 1,500. I was like, no, it's way more than that. 15,000 subscribers almost. So
On
please help
Fightful
us out.
Overbooked. So please subscribe to Fightful Overbooked. It was Joel's dream to pass that at the end of last year. So do that now. It's okay. Like he's already on, attending a wrestling show today. So
Yeah,
or
he's going to Vegas. So
yeah, he's gonna go to Hard to Kill, and he's gonna tell Jordan Grace I love her. So like he has a lot of stuff on his plate.
yeah,
Okay.
let's just hope he gets to go back home to his kid because Steve Macklin,
Yeah, Steve Macklin's there. He's
yeah.
excited. Your name is Joel? Why did you like Ellie? I
All
will
right,
never.
well, let's go ahead and get into it. TNA. We don't start with TNA much, so I'm excited about this.
I'm really excited. I've said this on our show multiple times that Impact should get its flowers a lot more
Yeah,
than it does. And now that it's TNA, I hope that people can actually, pipe in their nostalgia shit and
yeah,
like go watch some good wrestling.
yeah. And I love TNA, and I also love TNA wrestling.
Yeah, okay. I
But
get it.
there we go.
Everyone got it, Rob.
Yeah, I think they did. I know. I'm Captain Obvious. That's going to be my new name on here. But let's go and start out. They're going to do. They got 3 pre-show matches scheduled
Yeah, they do.
for this event. One I'm excited to watch is none other than the guy we just mentioned, Steve Macklin, aka Joel's Nightmare, taking on Rich Swann in the Countdown to Hard to Kill match. Maggie, I am a huge Steve Macklin fan, not because not because of the Joel Pearl situation. I've just been a big fan of his. He was the guy that I liked in WWE when he teamed with that weirdo. And
Yeah,
then
with
Wesley
the thing
Blake is awesome.
and the
I'm talking
stuff.
about the
Yeah,
other guy,
yeah.
um, Forgotten Sons. I've liked Steve Macklin for a long time. He trained at Monster Pro Factory. Just big fan of the guy. So I can't pick against him. I don't think I ever have. Steve Macklin's going to get
Never
the
have.
victory here.
Yes, I kind of feel like this is kind of obvious, but I would like to talk about what is the percentage of you thinking that Steve Macklin gets the quick victory here and then picks out Joel Pearl out of the audience and beats the crap out of him?
Man, that's a good question. I'm going to go with 75%. No.
69%.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
69%. Nice. Yeah.
That's the thing is we're professionals. We don't talk about
We're professionals. We love our friends and our almost bosses.
Yeah.
Hi, Joel. We love you. Hope you have fun. Yeah, Steve Macklin all the way.
It's like a Stone Cold situation. We're just like, come on, Macklin.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's no offense to Joel. We just think it'd be kind of fun.
We got
another super chat from this one is from our good friend D-Lo Diggs.
Hi,
lot
sweetie.
of cold wind, F-ton of snow, wedding planning stuff, and with wrestling planning. Love you. Rob and Maggie, also the new TNA belts are sexy. They are, and I know you're going through some very cold weather right now. We didn't get the snow, so it sucks, but I know you guys
It's cold here too. Yeah. It's really cold.
But I hope you're doing well, buddy, and yeah. So thank you for the super chat.
Everyone should get a bunch of scarves. Because I have a really big ass scarf that's supporting me on Twitter right now.
MJF scarf's out. Maggie's scarf is in.
Maggie's Fightful scarf.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scarf, sweetie. Yeah. We love you.
Yeah, thank you, man. We appreciate that. We do.
It's not me, by the way. Some people think that's me. I can barely keep up with one Twitter account. Why would I want to?
Yep. No, true. So we both have Steve Macklin winning this?
Sure, Steve Macklin.
All righty. Well, let's go to our next match. Tommy Dreamer from Busted Open Radio and Crazy Steve.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, that's where we know him from.
Yeah.
So, no disqualification match for the Digital Media Championship.
I gotta go
Crazy
with Crazy
Steve gets here.
Yeah, I gotta go with Crazy Steve. Everything I never understood the whole the whole weird ass booking with the fork. because, like, Crazy Steve stabbed Tommy Dreamer with a fork. It was so badly done. By the way, it was so ridiculously done that I was like, I'm cringing, but not for the right reasons.
Yeah.
It was really weird. Yeah, I kind of feel like Crazy Steve has been kind of underrated in the last few years in Impact. So
Okay.
hopefully this is a start of a new
Beginning.
journey beginning for Steve.
Yeah. And guys, like I say,
All the Steves win.
all the Steves. Guys, like I always say, put in your predictions too for this show. Work with us here because we want to hear them too. That we do. The third and final countdown match is none other than Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers with Alicia Edwards taking on the TNA Originals, Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian.
Okay, there's no way Frankie Kazarian and Eric Young are losing this match.
No, I don't. The only way I see this happening is if Eric Young turns, like, for whatever reason, and I don't see why he would. So.
Even if he turns on Frankie Kazarian, he's gonna do that after the match ends.
Oh, you think
because
so? Okay.
if that happens, because, like, if we need to to keep, like, we've been rambling a lot about wins and losses mattering, right? Like,
Sure.
Like, we need to keep the bit alive at Fightful here. So
yeah,
like,
they're keeping the bit alive so much at Jinder Mahal, Tony Khan.
Okay, yeah. Are we going to talk about that?
Sure,
Are we
why
going
the
to
hell
talk
not?
about
We will.
it?
We will.
But
We'll do it later.
After that, like, let's talk about TNA, and we're going to talk about tweets and everything.
And the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did it again.
Jesus.
I'm such a child.
Yeah, you're such a child.
We
Everyone's
got another
Fightful is a child.
Yeah. We got a fight. Speaking of Fightful, we got a super chat from our good friend Steve. Chris Mueller. I don't know why I called him Steve. Hi, Steve.
Like, we're 12 minutes into the show, Rob.
Yeah, I know. At least I didn't call him Moeller, so there we go. Anyways, Chris Mueller, Doc from Bleacher Report says, "Hey guys, I have a foot of snow, so I'm not going anywhere. Everyone should go commission some art from Sonia DeWitt to help her students. Love you too, buddy."
Please, like, this is legitimately her name at Twitter. If you can put the super chat back on.
You got it. 1 second.
Yeah, this is exactly the way she this is exactly her Twitter or Twix name. You should go follow. Yeah, she made Molly Bell's last couple of profile pictures. She's really good. She's really, really talented.
Yeah, she is very talented, and a good person too. So
I feel like Chris knows only good people and, like, only interacts with good people.
For the most part.
Thank you for talking to me, Chris.
Yeah, I would say so. We have the men's TNA World Tag Team Championship.
Oh, fucking yes.
4-way match. You got ABC, which is none other than Chris Bay and the Ace Austin. The Rascals, the Grizzled Young Vets, and Mike Bailey and Trent Seven. 8 people in this match that I absolutely love watching wrestling. Maggie?
I don't know, Rob.
I think Grizzled Young Vets are going to get the win here.
I'd like to think so, because I'm just so freaking glad to have Grizzled Young Veterans back in the ring. They were one of my all-time favorites on NXT UK, and then on the US side of NXT before they were turned into 2 roots from 1 tree. And that was
they teamed with Joel Pearl.
Yeah, they teamed with Joel Pearl. Way to go, Joel. That's why Stephen Backlund hates you. You ruined the Grizzled Young Veterans.
Yeah, that's it.
SmackDown to be recognized. I'm so happy for that.
So you got the grizzled young veterans winning too?
I don't know. I have
Oh,
no idea. Like, do you know who wins? I win because this match will
yeah.
so good. I'm gonna go with grizzled young veterans, not because I think that the other people won't win. Yes. But yeah, I can see ABC win too. But I feel like this is a showing for grizzled young veterans. I'm kind of selfish here because I want grizzled young veterans at All In.
Yeah.
I
Really?
just, yeah, I want to see them wrestle.
We got Steve-O sending us a super chat. Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
everyone. It's Steve.
Everyone is Steve. We got
Shout out to Steve.
Steve. Have you ever seen Cloudy
Shout
with
out
the
to
Chance of
all the
Meatballs?
Steve. What?
Have you ever seen that cartoon movie, Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs?
No.
There's the monkey in it. Like he always says Steve, just like that. Steve.
Oh, that's
it's fantastic.
that's really that sounds familiar.
You
What the
should.
hell was TVO? Who's
Well,
TVO?
from Jackass.
Oh,
Steve-O.
I hate Jackass. That's such freaking humor that I'm not a fan of.
You work with one.
I
Pow, pow. Oh, Jackass! I know that.
We're all over the place today. Next
I know.
match.
I need to stop doing. Quit. Never mind. I'm just moving on.
Robert.
I'm having issues, so that's okay. This match is gonna hump. You want a match that's gonna hump?
That match.
Alex Hammerstone taking on Josh Alexander.
Yeah, hell yeah, Alex Hammerstone. This will be a showing for people who aren't familiar with Hammerstone.
This match will tell me, like, this is what this match tells me. If Hammerstone wins, that tells me he's signed with TNA.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a chance that he signed and loses. I mean, that's always possible, obviously.
I see Scott D'Amore doing the Trent Seven thing, and after the match, and after if he loses after the match, and Josh Alexander puts him over because I kind of feel like Josh Alexander will win here, but it will be a showing for Hammerstone. And he will raise his hand, and everyone will cheer for Hammerstone, and that's when Scott D'Amore comes out and offers him a contract, just like he did with Trent Seven.
Yeah. Okay. More like Scott. Yeah. Well played. Yeah, I don't like picking against Josh Alexander, but
I know, I understand that, but I kind of feel like that you don't need to win all your debuts if you're going up against people like Josh Alexander. I mean, Josh Alexander will bump like crazy for Hammerstone.
Yeah. I liked your point about Scott D'Amore maybe signing him after the match. So I'm going to go with Josh Alexander getting this victory.
Okay.
Is that the way you're going to?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I feel like you owe me money now.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone sends a super chat just so Rob can give me back his money.
There you go. The Knockouts Ultimate X match.
Yes,
Tasha Stills, Alicia Edwards, Giselle Shaw, Jody Threat, Zaya Brookside, and Danny Luna.
I adore Danny Luna and Zaya Brookside here. I've missed Zaya Brookside. Yeah, I know everyone has. I've missed Zaya Brookside ever since NXT UK isn't a thing anymore. Wasn't a thing anymore. I've missed her on my television. This is a really hard match to predict.
Whoa.
What?
Nothing. Just go ahead.
Are you just continuing being a child?
No, you'll see why. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, I don't know. Tasha Steelz, okay? Like the flavor, okay? This is the year of the flavor. First of all,
Flavor.
And yeah, I'm such a huge fan of Tasha Steelz. I kind of feel like she deserved more of a reign than she got when she beat Mickie James for the Knockouts Championship. That TNA Knockouts Championship looks fucking awesome, by the way. The white strap is back. Every title belt with a white strap just looks absolutely amazing.
No, exactly. I agree with you on that. So you have Tasha Steelz winning. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
However, I think Giselle Shaw's going to get this win.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
I think she's due for a title run, or like,
A shot.
yeah, that's what I meant to say. Title shot.
Absolutely. I would not mind that at all.
So Eric Reed says Tasha.
hmm
Scott George says he should give Scott D'Amore the nightmare pendulum before he signs the contract.
Yeah, okay.
I think he'd want to do it afterwards. That way he has a contract. I would be completely okay with this. I mean, here still might be Eric. Okay. Huge super chat from my good friend.
Sweetie.
Throwback. My friend, thank you so much, but man, I'm gonna have to send you like something for just you being who you are. I mean, we can't appreciate you any more than we do. You know that. But he says, "What's good, my love?"
Like coexisting with Rob and Maggie wouldn't be a thing without Throwback. Just FYI.
Yep, it would. She's absolutely 100% correct. That is right on. Throwback says, "What's good, my loved ones? It's been an insane week between Tony Khan popping off to the Dusty Cup. Who do you see in the NXT showing up at the Rumble? Who are your picks to win the men and women's Dusty Cup?" Again, thank you guys for being in my life. And thank you for being in our life, man.
Thank you for being, for giving us the opportunity to grow and learn. Thank you, sweetie.
Say hi to Brody for us.
Yeah, hug Brody. Hug Brody really, really, really tight. The Dusty Cup. It's I always like when the Dusty Cup comes around, and I'm like, well, NXT doesn't have the proper tag teams to do that, and then they put on amazing matches. I feel like the Dusty Cup is Braun and Baron Corbin's now. I kind of feel like we're going that direction, and I hate that because like they're proper tag teams on that roster.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to push the ones that are probably gonna end up facing each other.
Yeah. No, exactly. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I do think I do think that Braun and Corbin will win. Who they battle in the finals is the good question.
Chase
here.
you.
You think so?
Yeah.
That makes sense too. As far as the women's,
I would like it to be, by the way, the Axiom and I was Ben Carter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like them to
Nathan,
be
Fraser.
Nathan Fraser. Yeah, Ben Carter. Nathan Fillion. Yeah. So that's the team I'm rooting for, but they won't win. They're not winning because that actually looks like a proper team. And I would love them because like I already saw them facing each other and the matches were all unbelievably good. So now I need them to tag so they can face awesome tag teams. So yeah.
So as far as the women's,
I'm gonna need some time for the women's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah, sweetie, we're gonna get back to you on this one because I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna need some time on that.
Have they? I can't even remember. Have they released?
I don't even remember if they said that was gonna be a thing.
Well,
but like my memory really sucks, so that's not your fault, probably.
I do like this. This would be a good one. But part of me wonders if, because we've seen, I kind of wonder if we see Cora Jade and
JC Jane? No. Gigi Dolan?
I'm kind of that, but I'm also wondering.
Also Peyton Royce and obviously
Peyton Royce? I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh no! Oh Jesus! Not.
I was
What?
like,
The Iconics.
yeah. Oh, I'd be completely okay with that. It's just probably not a good time for them to do that with.
I know. I just miss the Iconics so much.
I do too. I just want them
Who
to.
were you thinking?
I was gonna say your like indie name, but now I can't even remember. Yeah, she just kind of turned heel.
She turned heel.
Yeah. Jesus, I'm like losing my mind with the names here. We'll go back to that because I forgot her name. So I'll go back to it here in a second. Let's go to our next TNA match here. Roxanne, thank you. That's who I was thinking.
Roxanne and Cora Jade.
Why not?
That's an interesting one, but why?
They want to win. That's why.
Yeah, but like they already did that.
That's why I could see him doing it again.
Yeah, but like, why would Roxanne team up with someone who turned her back on her while they were champions, tag team champions?
Let me just tell my way. But I do like I do like the Tiffany Stratton Fallon Henley thing because I kind of
that's a good pick. But just having in mind that those segments that we got this week with Tiffany Stratton and the horse thing, that was so cringe. I mean,
you didn't like it. I thought it was pretty good.
I didn't like it. I mean, for me, it didn't do what it was supposed to do. I just felt bad for Tiffany.
Yeah, I think that was part of the point of what they were doing because I think they're
Yeah,
trying
but like
to.
Fallon Henley seemed like a total bully.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but we'll go on.
Yeah.
So we both already picked. So I went with Giselle and you went with Tasha Steelz. So.
By the way, Jody Thread was on In the Weeds this week. Go and watch or listen to that interview after our show, of course. Also, Kushida too was on In the Weeds previously. So
yeah, we will get to him in a little while.
We will talk about Omophobia.
Yeah,
the best thing on NXT right now.
We have PCO taking on Dirty Dango. Fandango. That's what I like to call him.
Okay, I don't mean to not pick PCO, but Dirty Dango has to win here. But I kind of feel like PCO will actually beat Dirty Dango, just so the crowd will go insane because everyone in the crowd loves and cheers for PCO.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like he doesn't lose at all.
The only person on the TNA roster who has faced Bret Hart. PCO.
Why do you know that?
Because I just know because he used to wrestle. He wrestled Bret at In Your House.
He's not human.
Well, okay, so I mean that's who he wrestled. I mean, so when Bret Hart faced the non-human, I think he wrestled two people that night. He either wrestled Jerry Lawler and it was Jerry Lawler and PCO, or it was Akushi and PCO that night. I can't remember, but he faced two people at that pay-per-view.
Yet you can't remember whether you sent me something or not, but you remember this?
Because it's Bret Hart. I remember my Bret Hart stuff.
Okay.
Bret Hart's my boy. That's my dream.
I'll allow it.
That's my dream interview, by the way.
Of course. I'll just swallow my tongue and never and just cry. I could never interview Bret Hart, and I'm like, okay, hi. That's not how interviewing should work.
I did shoot my shot, by the way, to get an interview with him in February. So we'll see.
Okay.
I'm hoping. I mean, I can wish in one hand and shit in the other. We'll see which one fills up first. But
I'm picking Dirty Dango here. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm going PCO. So there we go. Jean-Pierre Lafitte, something. Blah, blah, blah. Triple threat match. Yes. Kushida, who was also on In the Weeds this week.
Yes.
Taking on Chris Sabin, Vikingo for the X Division Championship. This match is going to also hump. And I I think Kushida's going to get the win here. As much as
I
I'd be
feel like,
completely okay with
yeah,
Vikingo getting the win, I think Kushida gets the victory.
I also kind of feel like it'll be Kushida. It's the power of Jeremy. I don't know if you've noticed, but every time he interviews someone, like they end up winning.
Yeah, it's the power of Jeremy.
It's the Jeremy and Joel power.
Well,
Call it whatever.
yeah, I like.
Or Kushida, said yes to being in the weeds on In the Weeds if Steve Macklin can beat up Joel, and then Kushida can become X Division champion. I like me picking Kushida here isn't because I don't like Chris Sabin as a champion, or I don't like Vikingo being 1,000 crown champion. No, it's because I feel like Kushida deserves this so much.
Yeah.
It may be the triple threat, the modern day triple threat, because we all remember the all-time greatest triple threat: Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. So this may be, and it's TNA. It's TNA again. So it'll be, what an awesome triple threat to pay homage to another past triple threat.
There you go. Yeah, and just so everybody knows what you're referring to AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe versus
I did
Christopher
say
Daniels.
that. Thank you for listening to me.
So yeah, I was thinking about Bret Hart, so
I'll let it slide.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Because I needed that one, obviously, because I obviously was not listening at all. So I forgot what I was doing though. But there we go. Now I remember. I was downloading the this photo because I forgot it, and this is a match I'm definitely looking forward to. Trinity taking on hi Jordan Grace. How are you? Jordan Grace. Big fan of hers.
By the way, this is my match. This is my main event. I don't care. This is my main event because I sure as hell don't want to see Moose in a main event. I'm sorry, okay. I just don't. I like he's the generic big guy that I don't like. And by generic, I don't actually mean generic because he's pretty good in the ring. But I just don't like Wardlow is such the odd one out. Like I don't usually like big guys as wrestlers, but like Wardlow is different. He's Wardlow. We're gonna talk about that later. Yeah. So my true main event is Trinity versus Jordan Grace, and I'm almost absolutely sure that Jordan Grace wins here because Trinity, in my eyes, is going back to WWE.
Yep.
And she can do whatever. She can join the bloodline. I would not mind it if she stays the fuck away from that and just does her own thing. I won't mind this at all. But Jordan Grace, yes, please. My all-time hero. She has worked her ass off for everything that she's done and achieved in 2023 and 2024, entering and opening the future for TNA as knockout champion. Please, I feel like I can't name anyone that deserves more this than Jordan Grace. She's such a huge inspiration to me. I adore the woman. Please, all the way, Jordan Grace. I told Joel to tell Jordan Grace that I love her. He won't because he'll be all swollen for the beating that Steve Macklin.
He's going to try to do interviews from the hospital. Yeah. Poor Joel.
We love you, Joel.
God.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jordan Grace is going to get the win, and it's
I'm just so happy for her.
It's partly because of she's going back to the WWE, is why I think she's getting the win. Plus, it's just Jordan Grace she's cool.
I don't want Jordan Grace to lose ever. No. I just want her to retire with that championship like 80 years from now. Because in 80 years, she'll still be better than everyone.
There you go. Well, the match that Maggie does not want to be the main event. Alex Shelley taking on Moose.
Okay, I'll tell you what. because the last person that was holding that TNA championship was Moose. I hope they don't do that mistake ever again. I hope Alex Shelley continues having that championship. And if Moose wins, I will riot. I am sorry.
I hope I'm wrong when I say this, but I think Moose gets the win here.
You asshole.
Well, yeah, true. I don't like it, but I think he's going to get the win because I think they're going into a new era with TNA, and I think that's the way they're going. And I like I said, I don't like it, but this is one of those cases where I hope I'm wrong. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll see.
Can we move on from this?
Yeah,
because I'm already sick about it.
You're ready to throw up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move on. There's another show. We're going to do previews because Maggie, like, we're only going to do maybe 1 or 2 predictions for this. But Battle in the Valley, take my money, take it all. Tomorrow night as well, 10 p.m. Eastern. So pretty much about an hour before Hard to Kill will end, I'm assuming. But Will Ospreay, Okada is going to be the main event there. I think we would just go ahead and start with that match. Okada's going to get the win because Ospreay's leaving. That's the way I look at it.
I mean, Will Ospreay was the one to get the pin in that triple threat of Wrestle Kingdom. They just don't give a crap. They'll just, But I don't mind this at all, and I don't think that Will Ospreay will mind this at all because, like, he's still gonna have banger matches even in losses.
Oh yeah.
I don't care. Like, I will take matches in which Will Ospreay loses over any crappy matches that my favorites win. Also, Will Ospreay is one of my favorites, so like it's a double win for me. He was Okada, but that's fine.
Yeah, he was our 2023 Wrestler of the Year.
Wrestler of the Year for me, absolutely. I kind of feel like Will Ospreay needs to main event All In.
Yes, I agree with that.
Against Swerve.
Ooh. And I like that because there's history between the two going back to England. So that match is going to hump. I'm not breaking any news there. So the other match that is going to be pretty good, I think, is a no disqualification match between Jon Moxley and Shingo Takagi. Maggie, this is an obvious question, but this is, well, actually, I'm going to change it up here. Who bleeds first? Who bleeds first? It's probably going to be Moxley. He always bleeds
Probably going to be Moxley. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Probably going to be Moxley. Like while going down the ramp.
Yeah, he just bust open like walking down.
He can headbutt Red Shoes and then like. No, Red Shoes going to be in the main event. That's that.
Yeah. Let us know who you guys have winning in these matches as well. We want to hear those. But who do you got winning this one? I have Moxley winning.
Moxley probably.
And then we'll just go ahead and talk about the other matches that we have scheduled here for the AEW Continental Crown. Gabe Kidd and Eddie Kingston. Eddie's going to win this. Tag team match, Matt Riddle and a mystery partner taking on TMDK. I don't know who the mystery partner is going to be. I haven't really heard anything either.
First of all, like Rob and I have been pretty vocal on our show that we just don't. We're not big Matt Riddle fans. In the ring, he's so good. There's no denying that, but like we just don't care about the guy. Otherwise, Zack Sabre Jr. should never lose, and that's a full stop.
Yeah,
that's it. Hi, Kate.
Yeah, and that's TMDK's Zack Sabre Jr. and Bad Dude Tito are the two that will be representing TMDK in this match.
In no universe should Zack Sabre Jr. be pinned by Matt Riddle. In no universe. None.
Who do you think the tag team partner is going to be? I think it's going to be somebody from... Okay. Well.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
It's Zack Sabre Jr. Like
yeah,
he should kick everyone's asses and go home.
yeah. I have no idea who the mystery partner is. If anybody has ideas, I'm curious. Put them in
Yeah,
the chat because I'm
by
curious.
all means, put them in the chat. Yeah, the suggestions, also the super chats.
Naito, Scott was a good one. Wow.
Oh my Scott,
Well played.
are you the MVP of the show right now? Thanks for
Uh,
by the way, thanks for catching us live this week. You haven't been catching us live lately. Thank you for being here.
The New Japan Strong Women's Championship, Trish Adora taking on Julia.
Oh yeah, yes,
Julia. Trish Adora is awesome. Julia's going to get the victory here, I think.
Yeah, sure.
The New Japan Openweight Tag Team Championship, Bullet Club War Dogs with Alex Coughlin and Clark Connors taking on the Gorillas of Destinies, El Fantasmo and Hikuleo. Hikuleo and El Fantasmo are the champions there.
Yeah.
What's funny about this match is all four of these guys are going to be technically could be free agents at the end of the month.
Do you think? Okay, here's a question because I'm kind of anxious for that. Do you think Tama Tonga shows up at the Rumble and helps helps Roman Reigns?
No.
But do you think that he's showing up at the Rumble?
What I think is going to happen. This is okay. Let's go with the bold strategy. Bold strategy here, Cotton. I think there's going to be like a new club in the WWE. This is where I'm going with right here. I'm not saying that AJ will win.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but I think that's the key. I don't know how they're going to work it in there, but
okay, I'm going to need that to happen now. And everyone is wondering why I put over Corey so much. That's why.
Well,
because I put you over a lot.
No. I'm just saying, like we were going with the same thing here, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So kudos to you guys for thinking straight and not like me, who's just like craving for sleep. Yes.
Fatu helps Roman Reigns. That would be interesting. That's Rikishi for those that do not know.
and then Sami Zayn can go off on Twitter saying, "Wow, pops." Do you remember that tweet? Yeah. Oh my God, I miss that guy. Like speedy recovery to Sami Zayn. I miss him on my screen and on Twitter. Wow, pops. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
Singles match with TJP taking on David Finlay. David Finlay's not losing.
Finlay, he's not losing. After that momentum, no way. But Dolph Ziggler. But Dolph Ziggler.
Yep, I can see Ziggler getting involved after the match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, Tama is the never open weight champion. So. Just add that. We got a tag team match with Dorada and Voldar Jr. taking on Rocky Romero and Soberano. Sorry.
I will never root against Rocky Romero.
Yeah.
Rocky should win every time, all the time, and somehow he never does. That's not fair.
Yeah. 6-man tag match. Umino, Fred, Roser, Jacob Fatu taking on Team Filthy, which is Tom Lawler and the West Coast Wrecking Crew with Jor-El Nelson and Royce Isaacs. And then the two pre-show matches, Matt Vandegrift taking on Goldie and Vivian Van taking on Stephanie Vacker.
It's going to be a fun show.
Yeah.
There's good. A lot of wrestling this weekend. A lot of wrestling this weekend. Like there's wrestling for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, truly, you're right on. You have tonight SmackDown kicking off with then Rampage, and then Collision tomorrow night,
We
along with
have Collision and Hard to Kill and Battle in the Valley. Like you have everything for every specific style of wrestling that everyone likes. This like those are the kinds of weekends that give me zero sleep, but all the satisfaction that I want.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. And then Battle of the Belts is
Yeah,
tomorrow
also
too.
Battle of the Belts.
Yeah,
Also, yeah.
so lots going on.
Completely space that out.
Yep, that happens. So let's go ahead and talk AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite took place at the Daily's Place in Jacksonville, Florida, which is
Yeah.
always like a
Homecoming.
yeah, it's a homecoming, and it's
That's how they
obviously
call it.
obviously it's not nearly the same when I say this, and I'm just comparing the two from like a home perspective. Daily's Place is other than okay, Chicago's always going to be like AEW's Madison Square Garden, but I put like Daily's Place as like their Hammerstein Ballroom per se, like WWE used to have with Raw, where they filmed all their Raws there for like pretty much the beginning of Raw, like the first couple of years. That's where they did Raw, or at least the first year or two. So Dynamite, great crowd in Jacksonville. They were ready for it. They've been wanting it, and it was a good show, a very good show.
It was a good show.
They kicked off the show with Hangman Page taking on Claudio. Hangman Page got the victory there. I thought that was a great match. What did you think about it?
I feel like they were holding back, so I'm gonna need to see that again. Yes, more Hangman and Claudio. We did get to see Hangman later on in the show, but I love the fact that Hangman had to give Claudio 2 buckshot lariats in order to get the pins, because that protects Claudio. I love this. I've been such a huge Cesaro section fan ever since that whole thing started in WWE. I was even a fan of his when he was paired with Jake Hager with "We the People" crap.
Yeah.
And I hated the fact that, the only attention that Cesaro was given back in the day was when John Cena said that he had pepperoni nipples. If if you remember that, because I definitely remember
Oh
that
yeah.
because it was so spot on.
Yeah.
But like people remembered him by that, and I love the fact that he gets to actually wrestle and gets to wrestle the way he wants to in AEW. And I will always root for that. Claudio is unbelievably underrated even when he's in the BCC. But I never want him out of the BCC because that's his home. Yes, more of this, please. The match humped. The match was awesome.
Yeah, I loved it. It was a good opening match. Yeah, so that's really all I can say about that. The next match we're going to talk about here is none other than the 8-man tag match.
Yeah.
And that was
so I would like to, put out talk about the obvious thing, and this is Preston Vance being on the face team. The same thing happened with Anna Jay with the women's match, but we're going to talk about that one later. Preston was on the face team, and of course, there was a reason for that, because they were remembering Brody Lee with this show, with their homecoming show on this week's Dynamite, and I adore that. I feel like all of us will think of Brody Lee when we think of Dynamite at Daily's Place. It's a thing. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but Preston Vance had kind of an emotional promo backstage after Dynamite, and Dark Order came from the back and said that they weren't seeing eye to eye recently with Preston Vance, because they were on total opposites of the roster right now. But they thought that Brody Lee was surely watching from somewhere, and he was proud of Preston Vance. And you can kind of see that if you look at this in kayfabe, do you feel like Preston Vance is leaving Russian, like that whole last in Gober. I'm sorry, I can't say that.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
I think they hinted at it more than anything.
yeah, like because like I can kind of see Preston Vance going back to the Dark Order and then doing something different,
Yeah.
because I don't. Once he removed the mask, I don't think that he's gonna put that mask back on ever.
I wouldn't put that. I
I
mean,
I don't want that because I'm an old school Preston Vance fan. Like everyone knows this.
yeah.
Yeah, I would like them to push Preston Vance a bit because I feel like people still don't know how good Preston is. Actually, you can see that he was actually kind of
Emotional.
emotionally awkward in that promo because when you're not given the proper time, to do promo work,
Hmm.
and like I kind of feel like they can work on that.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm biased. I'm
You
sorry.
know, um, here's a little stat for you. That was the first time that Edge and Dustin Rhodes have been in a ring together since March 13th, 2006. So that's been 17 years, 28 days since they've been in a ring together.
You
Um,
just looked that up.
I did. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty weird match. It was a weird match, and the only reason why I paid attention to this match was because of Preston, because I kind of felt like that this was his time to shine, and that most definitely did that. I was sure that Preston Vance was taking the pin. He
Yeah.
had that Brody glove and everything. It was emotional. It was
Yeah.
emotional. Might as well talk about that women's tag match when the same thing happened with Anna Jay.
Yep.
Yeah, it was weird because Anna Jay was with the Outcast like 2 weeks ago. It was so weird. Like she was legitimately tagging with them. She was, friends with Paige and everything. And like all of a sudden, like now she's fighting Ruby Soho. And like I'm so ridiculously happy for Anna.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember, but she hadn't been wrestling for that long and she got that good in the ring.
Yeah.
I adore the fact like she has some really unique offense that like and some moves that are like she makes certain moves look incredible in the ring, like that spinning heel kick that she does in the in the corner of the ring, that looks gruesome as fuck, and
Yeah.
like people usually sell the crap out for it. So I'm ridiculously glad for Anna, and I hope that this means something
Anna.
for both Anna for both
Anna.
Anna and Preston Vance. Also, I would like Anna back because like there's only one way I can watch Being the Dark Order, and that's if Preston Vance is there and Anna's there and everything is back to normal. Otherwise, I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm boycotting.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Um. Yeah. No, it was a good match, fun match too. And that had Anna Jay, Thunder Rosa, Chris Statlander, and Willow Nightingale taking on Julia Hart,
I
Sky
thought
Blue,
of Chris Mueller the entire time, by the way.
Saraya, and Ruby Soho. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like Thunder Rosa and Willow and Chris, like all of them.
You know
My
what's
God.
funny about that is let's say I'm not watching AEW. Like if let's just say like I'm doing something else. I have like my Twitter notifications on, and the great thing about Chris is I know when Willow Nightingale's wrestling because he will tweet out, "Everyone, shut up, Willow Nightingale."
Willow Nightingale's on television.
Yeah. So I always know when she's wrestling, and that's
Yeah.
a way to tell like if something's not right with Chris is when you're watching that and you see Willow Nightingale on TV and he doesn't tweet that. That's when you
Yeah,
need to
and then
check to
you
make
go
sure everything's
searching for that
yeah,
tweet. Yeah,
exactly. So
we love Chris here.
yes, Bullet Club Gold and the Acclaimed promo. That was interesting.
Yeah, that was extremely interesting. Uh, I feel like I say this every week on our show. The Acclaim shouldn't have won at Wembley.
Scissor
I
beat
hate those
Daddy-O.
pink belts.
Yeah.
I hate the crap out of them. They're so lame. And I love pink and I love the Acclaimed. And like that's not because like they won those trios championships. And do you remember what happened after that? Oh yeah, that's right. Nothing. Nothing happened besides having those weird ass championship belts that can scissor. And like why can they scissor when they haven't been in the ring at all?
Good point.
Like justice for House of Black, okay?
Hmm.
Yes.
No, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We had the Samoa Joe promo with then we had like Hangman and Swerve again.
Yeah. Tell me, man, Samoa Joe looks like a natural here, doesn't he? Like with
Oh
the
yeah.
suit and with the new belt, like because like they didn't mention it on television, but like that camera was right firmly on that belt. Um, like we're first of all, that belt looks really, really great. Second of
These,
all,
these new belts, man, they're looking good. And
yeah,
like
they're
even both
like
companies in WWE, the last one they introduced looked really good. Roman's, or no, Seth Rollins. Well,
yeah,
yeah,
sure. Like all belts are good. Like in WWE, they just need to, some originality. Some is that a word?
yeah, originality.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
Sorry. Uh,
No, that's okay.
so like some imagination for all my South Park fans. So yeah, that belt is so good, and Samoa Joe is so awesome. Um, he said that we can keep our whole ass comments on
Yeah,
your whole ass comments. I'm like, excuse me, I took that personally.
yeah, that was
that
good.
was uh, that was great. I love the fact that Swerve is so fucking over with the crowd, man. Like he's supposed to be a heel, but no one boos him.
No.
Like no one ever boos him, and I kind of blame Nana for this because of the whole
Oh yeah, that's exactly the reason. Nana's the
yeah
reason.
yeah, blame Nana for
Yeah.
for
Uh,
everything. Hangman, I feel like Hangman and Swerve are meant to dance forever. That's something that I'm extremely here for. And Hook came out, challenged Samoa Joe next week, bitch, and then he went home.
yeah.
Um, I kind of feel like if they're doing this, they just get rid of the FTW championship, okay? Like I don't feel like it means anything anyway. I know it's about nostalgia, but like I feel like it served its purpose, and like they can just go away.
I don't know. Maybe it's the ECW fan in me that likes it being around because it reminds me of those days. Um, so I like it. But in a way, I also think if Hook loses, that should be Samoa Joe's title.
Exactly.
But
Make
yeah,
it title for title, and then Samoa Joe can throw it away.
Tony Storm backstage segment with Deonna Purrazzo.
Here, darling, have a chocolate, and she takes it.
Yeah.
Not only does she take it, but she ate it. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
what are you doing? Everything that she tells you to. I'm
I
so here for that. I'm enjoying the crap out of this. Like, and not only that, we got this. We got the eight women tag, and we got a Gianna Perazzo backstage segment. Those are baby steps towards a better women's division being booked, and I'm here for that.
yeah. Well, since what do you think of the whole Tony Khan thing this week? Like Tony Khan, Jinder Mahal. What's
Yeah.
your
Okay. Listen up. Okay. First of all, I don't give a crap about the Twitter exchange drama and everything. People, if Paul Heyman had Twitter in the 90s, You have no idea what would have happened.
Even Eric
We will
Bischoff.
not. Yeah, him and Eric Bischoff, like Paul Heyman with a Twitter in during the 1990s with ECW. Like your imagination isn't wild enough. That's what I'm about to say. Second of all, I don't care. Like, and I'm proud of that, by the way, because a year ago I would go like, "Oh, someone should take Tony Khan's phone away." Okay, I still feel like someone should. I still feel, yeah, that's it's probably true, but I don't mind it.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say too about this is I think some people took it way out of like context. Tony Khan was not attacking Jinder Mahal. He
Yeah,
wasn't
in no
attacking.
way, in no
Yeah,
way.
he was.
This was in no way attacking the person. He was attacking the booking. And like, here's the thing: people are so fucking high on member berries that they would like to pretend that Jinder Mahal's title run was good. It was not. It was fucking not. I was crying while watching wrestling. I was crying while watching the thing that I love, and that's not a good time. And please, guys, this was in no way Jinder's fault. I'm not saying that Jinder Mahal is bad. No, like he looks great. He can carry himself. Like he can wrestle. He can talk on the microphone. He's awesome. It's not
He's-
Jinder's fault.
You know what I've said about Dolph Ziggler before is like he's the guy that you can throw in and he's like a utility player. Like Dolph Ziggler was a utility player. They could put him on TV,
Yeah.
he could do anything. In my opinion, since Dolph is gone now, I think Jinder Mahal will fit that category because he's somebody that Triple H can trust.
Yeah, sure.
And can get the job done. He can cut promos. He gets the heat, and he's good in the ring. So he's going to be fine. And by no means is
Of course he's gonna be fine.
by no means is he going to be like in the title picture like long. I think this is a one and done thing. He'll go back to something else. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. So about the whole Hook situation. There's a reason why Hook is can challenge for that championship is because he's 28 and 1. Like there's he has a legitimate claim at challenging Samoa Joe. On the other hand, Jinder, okay, I would not mind at all Jinder challenging Seth. I wouldn't mind it if he didn't just get his crap beaten by The Rock. Because that is the reason why this sounds weird. Like if SmackDown didn't happen, I'm sorry, if Day One didn't happen like at all, if Jinder didn't go back then, and this was the the place that he was actually returning, I would be all up for that. But like he legitimately got his crap kicked by The Rock and the audience, by the way, verbally. And now he comes back for more. I also don't mind it because like Seth Rollins said that he's up for it. And like I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Seth Rollins going, I'm gonna give you a title shot. I'm okay with this. I minded back in the day because Jinder was losing each and every match that he was in a matter of minutes. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You can be having more and more 2 and 3 minute matches which you lose, and then automatically win a number one contenders match, and then win the championship, and like go out and do the Punjabi prison match, which is probably the worst thing I ever saw. And like, no, I saw the Jeff Jarrett match.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's it. When it comes to this whole thing, I love Jinder getting a shot at Seth. He's not winning at all. Seth's retaining the championship, but Jinder is gonna make Seth look amazing. But I could have gone without The Rock abusing his ass a week before.
And we'll go through the last remaining of AEW pretty quick here. Sammy Guevara defeated Ricky Starks. That actually surprised me. I thought Ricky Starks would get the victory there.
In no way should this match end this way, because the match was so awesome and Ricky Starks got pinned in a really weird way, and then Chris Jericho came out. to make the save because Big Bill came out suddenly, and they didn't stop playing his music because they knew the people were gonna boo him.
Yep. I think that's
And
exactly why.
yeah, that is exactly why they did it. And like Chris Jericho getting booed at Daly's place wasn't something that I had on my bingo card, like whatsoever.
Yeah.
I hate
Uh,
this. I hate this.
You had the Undisputed Kingdom promo. I mean, I'll let you talk about this. Go ahead.
Adam Cole said nothing new because I went back and watched it because I heard nothing from that because Wardlow was wearing a hoodie, and two, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like during the entire time that Adam Cole was talking, Wardlow was playing with the laces of his sweatpants. What are you doing to me? Why are you doing this, Wardlow, sweetie? Stop it! I'm a woman.
He knows that you have a thing for hoodies, so he's like, I'm gonna wear this
I
hoodie.
mean,
I'm gonna play with my
please.
strings. So
I will do your laundry and bathe in it.
Jesus Christ, Maggie. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I just, yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, yes, I will rescue Wardlow. By the way, like every time that side eye gets more and more obvious, again, I'm gonna let it play out. A lot of people are saying on Twitter that Wardlow needs a personality. He does have a personality. Playing hard to get. Yeah. So again, I'm gonna let it play out because up until this point, it makes no sense to me. While he would be a part of the Undisputed Kingdom after every faction and like person that he's backed up, and then they turn his back on him. I'm gonna wait it out. I have faith here, but if this is the whole, Batista thumbs down situation, I feel like that's where they're going. They need to do this perfectly, otherwise, I'm gonna crap on it a lot. And I'm gonna call it yet another fumble for Wardlow because, like, you're on thin ice, committee and everything.
Can I ask you a question here? Like,
Sure.
this was a tweet that you had earlier. Yes, waiting until the very last minute and end up getting her a fart underneath the bed covers and giggling about it is the manliest thing on earth. This was in reference to the jackass who, I'm not going to say his name because he's a piece of donkey.
Trash. Yeah.
But now my question to you is,
the person legitimately said that if you buy your girlfriend or wife a Valentine's Day gift 1 month earlier, that's gay. So like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Are you asking me if Wardlow did that? I will be. Yeah.
Would you be okay with it?
In no way am I gonna be okay with that. Like,
Okay,
that's
just want to make sure.
that doesn't fly even if you're Wardlow. Also, Wardlow would never do that.
No, he's a man. So
yeah, he's a man.
No,
He's gonna buy me a Valentine's Day present 1 month earlier. Yeah. Isn't that right, Wardlow, sweetie?
Yeah. Man.
Carry on.
Yeah. And then the last thing we'll talk about AEW wise was Young Bucks coming out and watching Sting and Darby. I'm not upset about this match as everybody else is, it seems like.
Of course, Twitter is going to be upset about it because
it's the first time that Twitter's ever gotten upset about something.
Yeah, because it's the Young Bucks. I'll tell you what, I adore the fact that the Young Bucks are the people who are so able to take everything that people hate them for, turn it up to 11 and use it.
And Sting's going to go out with a win here. The Young Bucks are going to put him over. The greatest tag team, like one of the greatest tag teams in the world of all time, rather. They're going to put Sting over, and I absolutely love it. I do.
I'm sure that they're 100% happy as fuck about this opportunity, and also we're pretty sure that Sting picked the Young Bucks himself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think so too. But Maggie, it is time. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So after the Cooper Effect, we'll talk some NXT and then talk Raw.
Oh, guys, boy, do I have a surprise for you this week. So the Husky is I can't see. Is Rob showing you the Husky? No, he's not.
I'm trying to find the photo.
You're trying. So the Husky named Kobe. He saved an entire neighborhood from a potential explosion because of a dangerous gas leak. So the thing is that the cute doggy Kobe, they like him and his owner, they literally just moved into the neighborhood like some weeks ago, and the little husky could not stop digging in a certain place in the backyard. The owner was like, yeah, that's fine, it'll probably stop doing that at some point. Kobe didn't. Turns out that he was, smelling a dangerous gas leak that could have potentially blown up the entire neighborhood. So I feel like Kobe wins this year. I mean, how good of a doggy are you to save an entire neighborhood?
I'm trying to get the photo.
Hard. It shouldn't be this hard.
It didn't save in the right place, so I had to move it to a different folder. But there we go.
That is fine. You little dog, who's a good boy. That is such a good boy. Kobe saved an entire neighborhood because it couldn't stop digging, and so its owner finally got in touch with the authorities, and they measured everything. Like I don't know what that instrument is called, but like they measure the levels in the air. What's happening to my voice? I'm sorry. So they construction crew came and they fixed everything, so disaster avoided. Hooray for dogs. People suck. Moving on.
All right.
NXT. What are you eating?
A York peppermint patty. Oh, you can't see it.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Yeah, Rob.
It's peppermint and chocolate, or mint and chocolate.
That is fucking barf. Okay, so Rob, Obafemi.
Hell yeah.
I'm so happy. I am so fucking happy because, Obafemi debuted on NXT like months ago while he was throwing furniture in a meadow. If you remember that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, this will end well. And then he debuted in the ring. And I'm like, this guy fucking slams everything. That is so great. And I'm like, this is probably everything that they wanted Omos to be. I'm pretty sure that is it. And then he got even better. And then he was, a part of, the breakout tournament. He looks absolutely fantastic. That is gold right here. Like, he should dethrone Roman. In 3 years. So he eventually came out and, because I was kind of nervous because the North American Championship was getting defended either way. Brian Pillman Jr., I refuse to remember his NXT name. He was facing Dragon Lee for the NXT Championship, and I was like, thank you. I'm so nervous because I thought that Lexis King was actually winning this match because everything smelled kind of fishy. Because Dragon Lee is getting caught up in everything that is happening on the main roster. And I thought that this was the only way to write him out of, the NXT title picture. And then he won, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, like we're safe, everyone, we're safe. That's fine, that's okay. And then Obafemi came out, and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna pull the trigger on him right now, and then they did. That is the smartest decision ever in recent, months. I am so happy about that. Hooray for throwback if this is one of the things you're most looking forward to on NXT. Obafemi is the future of WWE, I feel like. I am so glad. And he has only up to go from here on now. I cannot wait to see what he does next.
Something else I wanted to talk about, like NXT, that I didn't. We talked about it for a second earlier, but the Braun Breaker and
Yeah.
Baron Corbin
And Baron Corbin's situation.
defeating Gallus was. I was kind of hoping like Gallus would be maybe like later on. I didn't like them going out in the first.
I definitely didn't like the fact that, your top talent that has never tagged with each other shouldn't beat a tag team that held gold for a huge duration of your show, whether
Yeah,
being NXT UK or this NXT right now. This shouldn't be a thing. They've been tagging for years and years and years. They shouldn't be losing to a team that hasn't even existed up until now. I didn't like that. And that's not me being, defending of NXT UK talent, although it is me doing that. But yeah.
yeah. Other than that, we had the other Dusty Cup match was Axiom and Nathan Fraser over Hank Walker and Tank Ledger.
This I don't mind. This I
Yeah,
don't mind.
I didn't
Because
mind that one either.
Hank Tank haven't been doing a lot. Like they haven't been this, team.
Yeah,
There is time for that.
They're the new version of heavy machinery.
Heavy
I think.
machinery. Yeah, I saw this comparison a lot.
Yeah. Was there anything other like what else stood out like other than
Yeah, the whole Tiffany Stratton and Fallon Henley thing, but
yeah.
like we already touched upon that.
Yeah.
We can talk about Drew and CM Punk now.
There you go. Let's do
so glad that we end the show with CM Punk now, as opposed to starting the show with CM Punk.
it.
That's not me shitting on CM Punk. I love CM Punk. I love when we get to talk about that. But like he did have some choice words. Drew McIntyre himself too. Yeah. Drew was like, you said you were, the locker room leader, yet you were nowhere to be found. And then CM Punk said, I was never the locker room leader. And I'm like, you wanted to be, and you called yourself that years ago. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, why are we pretending that this never happened? Like, come on. Yeah. But like, we're not gonna get into that. What CM Punk said, that how about I enter the Royal Rumble, and because I'm such a nice guy, I'm gonna throw you out last. And I'm like, oh my, yes.
I liked.
Like, this is the CM Punk that we wanted. Like, forget everything that just like, no, just do that. Like, we loved you for that, sweetie. That was so great. I love that.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was a.
Do you think CM Punk wins the Rumble? Also, you're glitching a bit.
Oh, sorry about that. Not sure why I'm glitching, but
that's fine. It could be me, but like I know it's not.
I do think he's winning the Royal Rumble because I think he's going to challenge Seth Rollins, at Elimination Chamber, or not at WrestleMania rather. And I think Cody's going to win the match at Elimination Chamber to get a chance at Roman at Mania is what I think is going to happen.
It should be Cody and Roman. Fucking shit. It should be Cody and Roman. And this is me telling you this. Probably the biggest fan of The Rock ever. It should be Cody and Roman.
I want them to save The Rock and Roman for next year is what I really want them to do. I want them to build that up for a year. I think it'd be better TV. But that's me.
The fact is that how would Roman Reigns continue being the head of the table if he doesn't have that championship?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think he needed that championship to be the head of the table either. Like he should have lost it. I think there's obviously no way of knowing now, but I think if WWE could do it all over again, I think Cody Rhodes would have won the title at Mania. I really do.
There is zero explanation as to why Cody didn't beat Roman last year. I like this still puzzles me and I'm still mad about it. And not because I'm a huge Cody Rhodes supporter. No, I'm mad because it made no sense.
Yeah. Corey makes a good point. This is what they should do.
Shocking.
I would like this actually. The Rock versus Solo at Mania. But I don't know. I would actually have the Rock. I mean, see, I don't know.
Are you saying that Solo Sikoa beats The Rock?
No, that's what he's saying. I don't think you go that route, especially if you're
No. Like Corey, sweetie, no. I don't feel like Solo Sikoa is there yet. No.
I don't like this idea either.
No,
I don't.
That's not the thing. Cody and Roman. That's the.
Yep.
It on paper, it's a really good match. Don't think that this is me dissing on your idea, guys. A triple threat is a wonderful idea, but they built this entire story around Cody and Roman. It'll make zero sense if they add The Rock in there. And I suppose that he'll be one getting the pin either way.
Yeah. Before I forget, we have 2 super chats. Soupy says, "How would you name the new Young Bucks look?" I don't know. Dip and shit.
Come on.
I don't know.
I was made aware that you guys had a is it a cartoon thing with a with some like is it like 2 detectives and one of the detective is drawn black and the other detective is drawn white? Do you guys have that?
Oh, like Spy. I know what you're talking about. Like Spy. I think it's just like Spy versus Spy or something.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like it never made its way to Bulgaria. Or I'm not aware of that. I'm gonna think about this and give you an answer. Soupy, sweetie.
Yeah. Our good friend Eric says, "Rob, Maggie, thank you for being the highlight of my rough week." I'm sorry you had a rough
Why
week.
was your week rough? Do you want me to kick your week's ass?
Rob, I miss your stash. Maggie, respectfully stunning. Who beats Acclaim for the trios?
Literally everyone.
I honestly thought Dante and our Top Flight and Action
Top
Andretti.
Flight and Action Andretti. They're the ones, like, every time I see, like, listen to Action Andretti and drink your water. Not the same way that Action Andretti does it.
I was gonna say, just don't do that. That looks.
Just don't do that because that is fucking insane, and just you're gonna choke to death, and not by something good.
Yeah.
So,
Jesus. We got another super chat. Thank you, Ken, for sending this. Triple threat is a cop out. Exactly, agree with you 100%. They need to shit or get off the pot and choose Cody or Rock. But enough's enough. I say go with Cody.
That's absolutely correct. But like them doing Roman Reigns versus The Rock with that championship on the line will be absolutely against everything that they've building to for the last, like, how many years I don't remember. Like, ever since they got rid of Goldberg as a not full-time person in the title picture, and and Brock's not there anymore, like, they've been building up talent that is actually there and busting their ass.
Yeah,
they don't need to throw this away like as if it was Le Bucks.
Yeah, I like that one. They look. And Ace said it was Mad Magazine. The Spy versus Spy.
But no, Le Bucks. That is
Le Bucks. They did look like French douchebags.
Yeah. I love that, by the way. I absolutely love that. Oh, Jesus.
So
Libas.
Libucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, I mean, for Raw, going back into that, we had
R-Truth. Oh
yeah,
my god, R-Truth is so like he's at this point he's the highlight of Raw. I
yeah, he
wish
has,
I were kidding, but I'm not. They had a whole video package and him with the babies as Judgment Day. I cackled.
yeah, it was good.
That was so good. Like again, huge Sami Zayn and the Bloodline vibes here, and I adore that. And R-Truth, he's hilarious. Come on.
Yeah, it is.
if
He's great.
if you don't get R-Truth, I'm really sorry for you. If you get R-Truth but don't get Orange Cassidy, I'm also again sorry for you. um I don't think that Roman Reigns will wrestle 2 nights at WrestleMania because you need to protect Roman Reigns and as your 2-time main event. Also, if they're not gonna put women be the main event of night one, at least they shouldn't be putting the same guy in the 2 main events. Like that is in no favor of the women's division. I don't
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. Roman will compete in one night only. I will
Yeah.
be absolutely shocked if they
The
got
only
him
way they
main
would let
eventing both shows.
Roman wrestle 2 matches is if he destroys The Rock in seconds. And I think that would be a bigger disaster for WWE to just do that because people are going to be excited to see The Rock and then you let him lose. Like
In a matter of
yeah,
no.
don't squash him, in my opinion. So I think that would
Yeah,
be
like squash him.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't you like yeah, you don't do that, but like having in mind how quickly The Rock lost his breath last week, that is not
Yeah.
assuring at all.
Um,
But talking about Cody, he did have his match against Nakamura at the main event of Raw.
yep.
What I what what made an impression on me was the fact that the audience just stopped singing along to Nakamura's song. And not because they stopped loving Nakamura, but like, why would you care about Nakamura at this point? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not because like, okay, sure, like he's in the storyline with your top babyface, and that's fine. But like, why would you believe in any way that he has the slightest chance of beating Cody when he's lost each and every match that he's been so far? Like, you could not possibly see Nakamura as a legitimate threat right now. And I'm kind of bummed out for this. At this point, just send Nakamura back to NXT and let him do magic with everyone there.
You bring in Okada for WrestleMania. Let him wrestle Okada.
I wouldn't, you kid, but I won't mind that.
Yeah. No, you're right. I just, yeah. Before we end the show, we got 2 other things to talk about: Karrion Kross and AOP. They're together. I actually like this for Karrion Kross, and Paul Ellering, Minnesota guy.
You know what I hated? That entire crowd for SmackDown. Where were they?
God, I don't remember where they were. But
Yeah, they were
while
in
you're
Canada.
talking about it out, yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
they were in Canada.
Vancouver, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so Canadians have no idea who AOP are. Also, Canadians have no idea who Tyler Bate is. I was so pissed off, and I'm like, AOP come out, and I'm like, fucking yes, let's go. Karrion Kross, that is probably the only way Karrion Kross can get over with me. Paired with AOP, and Scarlett is looking like this there, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. And the crowd would like,
yeah, Daddy enjoying this.
and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let it slide. And then Pete Dunne comes out. And I'm like, yeah, here we go. That's Tyler Bate, 100%. And then Tyler Bate comes out. I start freaking out, crying and sobbing in my coffee. I was drinking my coffee tears while watching SmackDown on Saturday morning. And then I shut up and listened to the crickets in the crowd. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, I always say on this show that Canadians are cool. You're not cool anymore, guys. You suck. You suck because no one popped for Tyler Bate, and the guy deserves more.
Yeah. Yep,
Tyler Bate is finally on the main roster. I am so fucking happy for this. I cannot believe just call him Pete Dunne, okay? Like, forget about Butch. Like,
oh, now you're okay with it. Okay.
Forget about Butch. It should be Pete Dunne. So they
Can we
might
go back
as
to
well
Walker,
have
please?
No.
Damn it.
No. So at this point, they can have a backstage segment with Tyler Bate doing yoga with Pete Dunne. And he's, he's Butch, and then he's like, I'm gonna need to talk to Pete Dunne now. And then he brings up Pete Dunne, by meditation. I'm gonna pop for that. Yeah.
All right. I wasn't gonna do this, but this person, you can go fuck yourself. How about that? Jesus Christ. I wasn't gonna click on it, but I accidentally clicked on it. So then I'm just like, you know what? Might as well just do it. So there you go.
Sean busts his ass providing.
Just because you don't know how to read and you don't know media literacy doesn't make him a dickhead. It makes you a dumb bastard.
Yeah.
But that's about it. So fuck you very much. That's all I can say. Maggie, plug your shit before I lose my shit.
Guys, you can follow me on Twix at Maggie_IK and on Instagram at Maggie.IK. Thank you. Did you just sneeze?
No, I just cleared my throat. I went,
oh, okay.
Like that.
Rob, where can people find you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was still fired up. Follow me at Rob Wilkins on Twix. Otherwise, I'm at Fightful Rob on Instagram and Fightful Rob on Threads. Guys, want to say thank you so much for joining us, except for that one bastard or bitch, whoever it is. Want to say thank you again for joining us. We will see you next week. We will probably talk about TNA. So see how that went. Top Dollar is going to be making an appearance tomorrow on Hard to Kill. And then also something we didn't bring up that I forgot to is they're going to be announcing their major signing. I'm very curious to see who that will be. So, do you have an idea? I think it might be Ali, but that's me.
I would love it if it's Ali, but I have no idea.
All right. So, guys, want to say thank you again for joining us. We will see you next week right here, 3:00 Eastern on Fightful Overbooked, Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. Again, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you more than you know. Because of you, we get to do fun stuff like this. So thank you so much. We will see you next week.
Enjoy all the wrestling.
Yeah, lots of wrestling. Tonight, SmackDown, Rampage. Tomorrow, you have AEW Collision. You have TNA Hard to Kill. New Japan's Battle in the Valley.
Battle in the Valley.
So lots of wrestling. So peace out, everyone. Thank you.